Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And hello, all, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, we look forward to you all tuning in later this evening in about a half hour to our the fourth part of our series, rebuilding the Black Muslim family. Assalamu alaikum, as we see you all come in. So we just wanted to do a pre-show because we are midway into the series. This is part 4, and it's a 7-part series. So we wanted to talk about Alaikum salam, alaikum Melody. When you come in, inshallah, please give us salams, give people in the chat salams. We'd love to see some of your faces pop up and your words. So we'd love to see you all come in. So yeah, we just wanted to get some of your feedback, talk a bit about what we've discussed thus far before we get into right in the middle of our series today. We're talking about polygamy at 6 p.m. ET. So yeah, assalamu alaikum to all. When you come in, we'd love to hear your feedback. What have you liked thus far? What would you like to talk about in the future? What do you want us to talk about today when it comes to polygamy? Maybe we can get into polygamy specifically at 6 p.m. We basically just want to hear your feedback. So I guess we can start with our own sort of feedback. What have you thought thus far, Mom, dearest?
Well, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, Tony. I just want to call some names. Assalamu alaikum, Shakina. And some of all the other lovely people that I'm seeing here. Assalamu alaikum. The last name is Isa. Tahira. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all for joining us. And we certainly hope that you've been enjoying the series. So far, I'm really pleased with the feedback that we've gotten. I would sum it up as being all good things. Members, not members. I'm so used to calling my clients members. But anyway, the audience have been very, very supportive and involved. Assalamu alaikum, Ali, Miriam. How are you today? Inshallah, everybody's been doing well. And that's Ali Julius Carter. Okay, that's interesting. And like you, I'm interested in knowing what some of the feedback has been. But I think some of the topics that we addressed, people asked about those topics. So we did our best to get you some of the best that we know of, and we'll get you some other experts in what other fields and subject matters that you think we should be handling. But most of all, we really want to deal with issues, day-to-day issues that we have in our community, and how do we look forward to building it forward. Assalamu alaikum, Tahira. Assalamu alaikum, Leslie. Forgini, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrongly. And those are, I've been very pleased. And inshallah, we can do another series again where we're willing to do another series. So we're actually prepping and have some guests in mind. And certainly if you have some guests that we can reach out to, if we can get them, we would certainly love to have them on. Assalamu alaikum, Stanley Brown, 3453. That's our family as well. Assalamu alaikum, Habib Salam. How are you all today? Inshallah, everyone has had a great week. Assalamu alaikum, Fatima Mohammed. Okay. I think it's been good. I've been pleased. Inshallah, we have been able to impart some information to the community as well as their sharing with us. And that is really what we're hoping for. Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Saeed. Muhammad, how are you today, brother and sisters? Of course, with the 3453 families in the house. Yeah, wow, that's really great. Yeah, so today's topic, I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one. I'm interested in myself, some of the experts in that field, and I was pleased. Assalamu alaikum, brother Solomon Jihad. Assalamu alaikum, Walt Dawkins. How are you today? So we have some experts that actually do this as a full-time job for a number of years, counseling people who are interested in this particular lifestyle. Assalamu alaikum, Mona Wilson and Ward Dawkins.
So I just
Good.
want to go back for a moment. I
Mhm.
saw someone said that I missed your comment, but somebody said that it's been very informative thus far. So thank you very much,
Thank
Hamnina.
you.
So sorry, I missed your name. And then Tahira, you said that you would like to see, here's a suggestion, LGBTQ in the Ummah with regards to family members coming out and they are quote unquote Muslim. How do we handle this? That's a really
Mm.
important topic. I actually have a whole course. It's a 1.5 hour, I guess, video lecture, I should say. And I also have Imam Dawood on that course. So if you're interested, then you can head over to my site, noorashadali.com. That's Noor ALSHADHILI. And then click on courses. I have a whole course about that. But yeah, I agree. That's very important to our society and what's going on. I actually have a small book, inshallah, that I hope to publish soon on the topic as well. So perhaps that is something that we can talk about at another time.
Another time, yeah. And of course, get some experts who deal with that. That is not my expertise, and I wouldn't want to. I would just be giving my opinion, and I'm not really interested in giving my opinion on that particular matter. But definitely, it is an issue that we have to deal with in our communities. Assalamu alaikum, Anisa, from where? Really?
Anissa from Brooklyn, spelled in a very interesting way. You
That's
said,
bro.
what
That's
are
good.
different spelling.
Oh
You said,
wow.
what are the topics for the next series? Oh, well, the next series, inshallah, we perhaps, so it's something that we're thinking about. It's not solid yet. So,
Yeah.
inshallah, ta'ala, if that's something you want to see, you can let us know. And we will see if we can make that work. And I do also want to thank Leslie. Leslie has been behind the scenes this whole time, helping us put this show together. So,
Yes.
alhamdulillah, I saw Leslie Salams in the comments, mashallah.
Mm-hmm. Assalamu alaikum, RJ Fonts. I wonder if this is RJ Fonts. I know. If that's a spell the way I think it is. Welcome in. Welcome in. Any other questions and or suggestions? It's how Brooklyn was spelled. Oh, excuse me. Really? That's interesting. Thank you for that. Some historical information. Assalamu alaikum, Abdur. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
SubhanAllah, you all have to forgive me. Hopefully, I can figure out something better before our actual live, but it is very hot in my house. The AC is broken. So I'm
Oh, wow.
suffering a bit here.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, trying to make it through. I see Imad has joined us. Imad had a lot of, I think that was you that had some good comments last time. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Fahima has said also very informative, interesting, and needed. Shukran jazilan. Thank
That,
you.
yeah.
So we want to know, like, what was your favorite episode thus or part of the series thus far? What do you think we should focus a little bit more on? Let us know in the comments, inshallah.
And we also want to ask you guys to certainly to subscribe, like, and share with your friends and family so that we can again continue to engage with you. It's important, and of course, we would like for you to continue donating to the masjid. There is a masjid fund, and there are some projects that they're working on right now. I don't live in the area where the imam lives, but I certainly I go to as many functions as I can. But definitely, we need to continue to sustain the masjid and give as much as we can, or you know, just give an inshallah. You will be blessed. Okay, my favorite was about young men for marriage. Okay, good plan. Yeah, I think we need to have more of those discussions too. What do you do? What did you guys think about when we sort of introduced you to finances, because that's a big thing for me. Um, are you interested in getting more information from some financial experts about managing managing a budget? What does it look like? Investment and things like that. If you're interested in that, well, we're certainly going to invite him back because I think, based on my many conversations, that people are still struggling with, how do they best use their funds to not only invest for themselves but create generational wealth. And I think that's something that we definitely need to address in our community. Okay, cool. I got a yes, and I'm sure there might be some silent yes out there. All right. Um, so we are also looking at bringing on the next. I think in the other two series have to do with education. So we're bringing on doctor in that field of education with children. Stocks, cool. Yeah, very good. I know they're different. There are different. Feelings behind these type of things, stocks and whatnot. And I definitely can share with you guys that during the COVID crisis, I actually learned a lot about stocks and the stock market because for me, I really wanted to know what's all the mystery behind all of this. And I really educated myself, and found that it was really not that hard. Now, when it comes to gambling and certain things like trading and stuff, I don't do that. But certainly investments and products and things that I use, I have found it very informative and very rewarding, to say the least. So this is obviously personal choice. I think you women have a rich connection with each other. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Um, okay, that alone should be discussed, I guess. A sisterhood. We are mother and daughter, in case in case you didn't know.
In case you haven't noticed,
That
we
helps.
are.
That helps a lot, mashallah.
Nuri's my second to last daughter. My husband and I have six daughters. So I think you met two the last time. You're about to meet a third. I believe it's next week's series, right? Is that
I
the one
think
at
so.
education?
What is the next one?
I gotta look it up
You
right
remember
now.
what the next one is? But one soon. One is gonna be there soon. I think for the yes, I think you're right for the traditional marriage versus modern marriage. Yeah.
Oh, right, right, right. And then the last one is on education,
It's on raising
raising
children.
our children. Yeah,
Yeah.
raising our
Yeah.
children industry. Yeah.
Okay. So financial education, stocks, mashallah. Okay, alhamdulillah. Oh, we read this one about young men in marriage,
Right.
mashallah.
Assalamu
Is
alaikum,
there any
Sakina. Go ahead now.
Is there anything else you would like to see? Anyone else, sort of what has been the most interesting one for you thus far? One you really enjoyed? You can even tell us what was your least favorite and why, or maybe not, because there could even be one that you
I
really
don't
liked.
want to hear a least favorite movie. I do not. I'm going to stay positive. But if you
All
want
right,
to,
stay
go ahead.
positive. So maybe there was one that you really enjoyed and you thought, you know what, I would love to see a part two on that.
True.
It
Yeah.
could be that. So, alhamdulillah, I know that someone said the one about young men in marriage. Yeah, I would love to do, I think it was about young men and young women, general preparation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be really great to do one for just young men or just young women, even.
Yeah.
Someone said they can't hear. Can you all hear us? Please let us know. Let us know if you can hear us, inshallah. I think others can try to just refresh your screen, inshallah, and see if that works. So we're just going to be on for a few more. Okay, inshallah. So we're just going to be on for a few more minutes before we begin the official part. What is this part 4, inshallah,
Mhm.
about polygamy.
I'm making notes.
Okay, I'm getting that you can hear. Again, you guys have to forgive me. I'm it's so hot in here. But I'm gonna move to the we have a because my as I said, my air conditioner is broken, but we have the window one in another room, so I'm just gonna have to move rooms when we before we get started in the next one, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe a part two for marriage or even singles meet and greet. Oh, mom,
Yeah.
didn't you have an idea about that?
And we
Yeah,
were
that's
talking about this the other day, actually. Um,
yeah,
so singles meet and greet, and we were just trying to figure out how to set that up without
yeah.
giving out people too much of people's information, but just have people come on and talk about what they're looking for, and maybe people can make a connection that way. I think one of the things, and my daughter and I, Nuri and I do a lot of projects together because our backgrounds are similar in psychology. I guess she took
Mhm.
after me when it came to that. She decided
That
she
makes
wanted to
sense.
study psychology as well, both child psychology and clinical psychology. And then I also went on from there, teaching actually in the public schools up to high school, and I went back to school to study labor law. So that's what I currently do. So, in case actually, if anyone wants to learn a bit about labor law, I do have a podcast on Spotify, a series that you certainly can check into. Those of you who work in the public sector and you're part of unions, that is my specialty. I deal with a lot of contracts throughout New York City and the five boroughs. So I would direct you to go to Spotify to listen to some of those subject matters. I've had it on there for maybe about a year or so. I just
So it's
wanted to do it. Yeah.
yeah, it's Spotify and the podcast name is Madonna's Lounge. As soon as I get the link, inshallah, we can share that. So, alhamdulillah, we're just going to be on here for another 5 minutes. Thank you all for coming in early and
Mhm.
being with us. We really appreciate it. And Nisa, so you said singles can connect via social media. So, if we do that, and of course, anything we do on Masjid Muhammad's platform has to be approved by them. So, if we
Right.
were to do that, we just have to think about what's the most halal way to do that, what's the most appropriate way. So, inshallah, if we can, we definitely would love to facilitate something for you all. Yeah, so that would be really great. It's just a matter of how, and it's it's like it's one of those things. It's a great idea, but when you
Mhm.
start thinking about it, it's like, oh, this is a little complicated. How exactly can we do it? But inshallah, if we can figure it out, that would be inshallah a very good thing for people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 4 more minutes before we end this live and then head over to the polygamy one at 6 p.m. Maybe we'll be well, I shouldn't say we'll be a few minutes. Inshallah, we won't be a few minutes late. So that's why we got to get off in a few minutes. So we have a little tiny break before the official part 4.
Yeah. Just make sure you guys have your questions for us. We'll try to do as many questions, answer as many questions at least for our guests to respond to you. And, whatever you're curious about, of course, keeping it halal, we'll ask them and they can definitely answer. So that's pretty much,
Inshallah.
yeah.
And Nisa, you can let us know, how do you think that would work? What would that look like if we did some sort of singles thing? Yeah, how would that best work sort of when you're thinking about that, inshallah? Because, we don't want to open it up to, okay, this brother, this sister, they can DM each other. Like, that's not really what we want to
Right.
facilitate. So we want to do it in the best way. So let us know. Maybe you really thought this out and you can help us out with how we might accomplish that, inshallah.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got 3 minutes to go.
All right.
Inshallah.
So, Nur, did you move to your other room so you can be comfortable?
Now I'm gonna move after this one before
Okay.
before we do the polygamy one
You don't want to
because
spending
I don't
public.
think I have much longer. What's that?
I said I don't want you to be spreading bullets over there. You're in a totally different state. What's the temperature? By the
I
way?
know. Oh my
What is the temperature?
must be 80. It might even be 90s. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
40.
think in New Jersey we hit probably 80, 80,
It's, you
85.
know what? It's 97. So it makes
Oh my.
perfect sense
Wow.
that I'm very hot right now. But
Hmm.
yeah, we will please get some ice.
Sister Anissa said get some ice. I guess a big glass of ice water will
I'm
help.
trying. Don't worry. I will be good before the next one, inshallah. So I have let's see, 2 minutes. Anyone sort of have, you can get in your question early about polygamy. I know polygamy can feel like a topic we talk about too much in the African American community, but we're really hoping that we can bring some kind of fresh take, something valuable. And we have coaches. We have if you didn't know there was such thing as polygamy coaches, we have two of them. So we're really hoping that they can utilize their experience to sort of talk to us about polygamy. And we also have an Ustadha, inshallah, that will share his knowledge with us. And he grew up in polygamy. So we're hoping that it'll be from angles that we don't usually hear it spoken about. So hopefully it will be a good discussion. I think they're all good people who have interesting ideas and experiences. And so I'm really excited to talk with them.
That's a good
How
question.
do you not feel replaced if your husband takes a second? Okay, we will save that question for the coaches,
Yes, please.
inshallah. Thank you for that question. It is saved, it is starred. So Tahira, you will be the first question we ask. Well, not the first one that we ask from the audience, inshallah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a great question. Okay, I think that is our time for the pre-show. We're
Yeah.
really grateful to you all. So we hope that you will join us in 5 minutes for the part 4 on polygamy. Just actually
Mhm.
screenshotting these last two questions. So we will see you there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. See you all in 5 minutes, inshallah.